Guys, here Pepe with the NSX again. So today I'm doing multiple things. I'm cutting the faceplate, the circuit board of the faceplate to fit the display of the retro sound anyways, and I was doing some other stuff with the garden tractor over there. It's just a mess. It's multitasking big time. I was not going to pay $100 and something for this little shock thing. What is it? This thing. So I decided to buy a cheap one, which is I don't know how many, 56 pounds each. I don't know, these ones are 40, I don't know. So I just bought it and measured it and then cut it and weld the other piece, and that's about it. And I put the original thing there, so I'm going to test it out right now. I'm going to remove the other one and do the same, see how it works. Yeah, sure, it doesn't look really beautiful, but I can grind it better, make it a little bit more shiny, put a little bit of paint, and no one is going to notice, except for that. I mean, you can tell. I mean, it's not Honda. Maybe I can put the Honda logo there, I don't care. I can paint it full black, who cares. But anyhow, how long it's going to last, I have no idea, but this cost me 12 bucks Canadian. So yeah, 12 bucks Canadians plus, well, of course you have to have a welder and a grinder. So yeah, I mean, sorry, but you can't really make it with simple tools. So I'm going to test it out and see if it works. And if it works, well, that's a part number from Princess Auto. This is 56 pound. I think this is, anyways, the shaft, the same thickness that the Honda, and this part here, the shock part or whatever body, is the same size. The only difference is that the length from here to here, this length is a little bit longer than the original. I mean, it's the same as the original. Is it? What is it? It's the same. You can tell. See, it's the same. It's just the shaft that was shaft. Is it the correct term? Anyways, was a little bit bigger, so I had to cut it off, like 2 inches or so. So anyways, I'm going to test it out and then install both and then put some paint on it. Pretty nice. Hopefully it works. I'm not going to pay $100 for these things. And I'm going to try to do the same with the trunk. But that's a little bit tricky because the trunk is really small. Where is the trunk? Here. The trunk is really small, and that's a problem. This thing is right here. So I'm thinking I'm going to find in eBay one like this that doesn't have this here. I think I can take this out without breaking it. Whatever, I can try it. We will see. I can split it here and open it up. I think I can. If that's the case, then it will be a matter of cutting and putting this on, and hopefully it comes with this already. Or it comes with something here where I can weld against it, but because I don't think I can weld against the cylinder. I'm not sure. But anyhow, this one actually, like, I took it out of the car, is hard to press. Like if you try it, look. Yeah. So I don't know why it doesn't work. I'm going to put this one on and take the other one out to see if it's just one. If it's just one, I'm going to buy the non-originals that you can find in eBay, so I don't have to do the job for it, because those were 50 bucks or so. I can't remember. If not, then I buy 2 of this from eBay and then adapt them. Pretty sure I can remove this. This will be easier than those ones that you need a welder. With this one you can maybe heat it up, maybe with a torch, and then heat it out and hit it with a hammer, I'm guessing. But this part is tricky. You kind of need this, and so yeah. But I'm going to try the ones in the engine compartment first. I love when things come together and I can be the cheapest guy in the world. This is awesome. So now I put the shocks and whoop, stays up. It might be better, I guess, to have, a higher pound rating, I'm guess so. I don't know, maybe 60 pounds. No, well, these are 56 pounds. So maybe like 60 or 70. I think I read that there's some of them that are 70 and the originals are 60. So, but you see, it goes very slow. It doesn't actually slam down. It closes up really well. There's no obstruction or anything. And if I open it up here and I lift it, shake. It's a little bit of, you see, it can't really hold it much in that position. I don't know if originally it was like that too, but as soon as you lift it, it stays up, which is actually, it stays higher. Well, I don't know, since I never had it working, I'm guessing that this is the original position, because when I open this now and I lock this on here, that the glass is now resting in the engine cover, but I don't know if the distance was original or not. I have no idea, but it works. So if you're going to do this and you want to get this type of shocks, I would recommend maybe go with a 70 pound if you want this to lift up almost by itself, but 56 pounds seems to work really well. It's not falling down, which is amazing, and I'm not holding it with my elbow either, which is amazing, and I can let it go and it goes very slow, and it locks. So I'm going to look now. Oh man, I'm so happy. It's just 18 bucks and half an hour of work. So this is a continuation of a video I made of the what is it called, air shocks or lift supports of the engine bay glass, I guess. You saw the other video where I welded the other piece and so on. Well, then I learned that you can actually order these guys from AliExpress, and you can actually ask them which ends you want and how strong they are. So I think I went overboard with this one. These ones are 800 Nm. I think that they're going to hit my head once I put them on the trunk, but this is how they look like. These are the removable ends. Oh, come on, you were just loose now. Okay, there. So they're threaded in here, so you can change them, and you can actually buy this locally or in Amazon or whatever. You can find bigger ones like to basically mimic this guys. So if you're concerned that you want this type of style where, you know, had that little ball, which I lost now, I can't show you, but there's a little brass ball in here. This guy here, or bushing or whatever it is, and it kind of moves around here like this. It's free like that, but over time this breaks, and this actually holds this little ball here or pivot point, I don't know. And so yeah, so I think this is better, as long as it's the same, you know, ID, which is, as you can see, is basically the same, a little bit bigger, which is a standard. I think is 10 millimeter. So you can change the ends of this, guys. Same with this one. This end is threaded too, so you can actually change it. See, I can remove it, but if you look at it, it's basically the same as this one. It's actually the same thread too. It just needs a washer. So yeah, those are pretty damn similar. Look, yeah, it's chrome. It's not as nice, I guess. It's because this one's black, but and they put it on the wrong side. It's supposed to be like this, but since they're threaded, I can just unthread them and change it. So I'm going to change it after. And these ones are 800 in newtons. I think it's newtons. These ones I think are 500. I'm not sure. There is a, I'm not an expert on this. There is a pound to newton conversion thing. I think that you want like 600 pounds and this one. So I said, well, let's go for 800. And even if they leak, they might be able to still push out the trunk. Or they might be, I mean, it's 600, 800 newtons. And, you know, if they're kind of weak, they're still going to be in the range of the 500, 600. That's what I thought too. I don't know how standard these things are. And I cannot. It's really, actually I'm bending my my table down trying to push it down, which is not the case with this one. This is the original one. And this one, you don't supposed, I mean, I guess you don't supposed to be able to push them down. See, I can push it down by hand, but yeah, those ones are kind of weak. So I'm going to, and they're almost the same, except for the cylinder is a little bit thicker in this one. Hopefully that's not going to be an issue. It might be an issue because there is a bracket, plastic thing that holds the cable that might not go around this, but that's not a big deal. So I'm going to test these ones out and see if they work. I hope they do. And hopefully I can actually close the trunk, which would be nice. Otherwise I screwed up and I bought two heavy duty ones. I should, you know. Anyways, if these ones don't fit well and they're too strong, then I will switch them. I will buy 500 newtons ones. They took like a month to get from AliExpress. I just got them today. So I mean, and then even if I made the mistake, they're still cheaper than actually the original ones. And you can get any length too. So the cylinder, you can get a different length. So you can buy on AliExpress. I will put the description in the video where I bought them. And you can buy the ones for the engine bay shocks or lift supports or whatever they are, gas shocks or anyhow. And you can buy them there, and you just measure the travel and the thickness of this is 8 millimeters, I think, rod and so on. So they're the same, but the difference is that how much they can travel. The rod size, basically, the rod length. Not the and over, of course, the overall length too, because you can't have a cylinder that too big. So anywho, these ones are like pretty much the same length. If you see them here, it's like literally almost the same. So like maybe like 5 millimeters out. Like if I even like, let's do this, you see, they're almost perfect. So we'll see how that goes. I will go install them and show you. So I just installed the air shocks or lift supports in the trunk. They fit. There's a caveat though. I will show you. This is the first time not edit version of me unlocking it with the keyless entry. Sorry for the noise. It's a rainy day. So it went down easy, I would say, but now let's see if it will hit your face once you unlock it. I don't think so, but let's see. Ooh, no, it's all good. So now we lift it. Let's see. Shoot. Oh, stays there. Isn't that perfect? Choo-choo. Ta-da! Isn't that cool? So this is it. That's how they fit. So it threads right there. I put a washer because they don't come with a washer, so I put a washer there, both sides. And as I guessed, pretty sure you can go down to 500 newtons and it will do just fine. This is maybe too overkill, but it's fine. It's not going to bend this arm or anything like that. I don't think so. I mean, I will be hard pressed to believe that that's going to be bent somehow. I just, no, I don't think so. I'm hoping. I don't think so. I think it will require much more force to be bent. But you know, this is one of the problems, is that this doesn't fit here because it doesn't go around, because the cylinder is thicker. Although this thing had a zip tie in, I think, but yeah, it's supposed to go like that. You see? No, it didn't have a zip tie. It goes like that. It's a very small cylinder compared with this one. So I'm pretty sure if you go down, you can actually select the cylinder thickness. No, not the thickness. If you go down to 500 newtons, I think that the cylinder thickness will be smaller, and most probably will match this size and the original cylinder. But I mean, yeah, it's a cosmetic issue more than anything. You see, but it, you know, I can put a zip tie there and still have it tight against it. You see? Oop. You just don't see the back, that it doesn't close. And here, well, here is a bit trickier because it's actually, the cylinder is a bit taller too, so it doesn't kind of go around perfectly, and has this thing that I can't remember. Yeah, because this is supposed to sit inside of the, like that, in the cylinder, because it's a flat surface. So if we look at it, the original, you see, it has this flat area where it sits on. I mean, you can remove that. To be honest, you can remove this plastic thing, zip tie the cable against the cylinder, and you're good to go. Most probably I'm going to do that. I will keep the part, and that's all. The other thing is, which I realized, is that the eyelet hole diameter is bigger than this rod here. It's bigger. I think it's maybe 2 millimeters too big. So I am going to have to put a bushing around this because it's too loose. So in the original ones, you have this copper or brass bushing in it, which fits perfectly here. Or I mean, it fits okay there. I mean, it's kind of loose there. See? So so basically, what I'm going to have to do with this ones is I'm going to have to put a nylon bushing there of some sort, like a T-nut in plastic or something, that this guy goes through, so it's not that loose in here. That's all. That's the only issue I see. I can leave it like that, but I think that over the years it is going to wear out too hard on that, because it's not touching. It doesn't have the same thickness. It's the same surface on top of that little rod thing, so, or the mounting point. So I would prefer to put that, even a piece of pipe, copper pipe that goes through it, and then this goes in. So my mistake was that I choose this guys. Again, since you can buy these guys online, you can actually buy one is very similar to this and thread it in here. And my mistake is I bought, I think this hole, I bought it 8 millimeter. No, 8 millimeter can't be. No, I think maybe it's 8 millimeters. So I had to go down 2 millimeters more. It will be fit perfectly there. So that's the only difference, the only mistake I made. That's perfect. The size of the length of the cylinder is perfect. I mean, not perfect, but it was a little bit too long. But since it's threaded, you can unthread a little bit or tighten it more, so on, so it fits. So it's just this, which is completely fixable. I don't need to buy another part. I'm just going to go to Home Depot, or I think I have some copper tubing that I can put here to like protect, like sleeve around the thing, and that's about it. I had to lift up a little bit the trunk to put it on, but it's super strong. So I think that's why I said 500 newtons. I think it would be completely fine. I think that these are rated to 100 pounds each, So that's why it's like super springy, you see, so it doesn't go down at all. But when you lower it down here, see, it goes up. I will do it slow here, so I will release it there. You see, it's a bit of it, a little bit too springy, because they're too strong. So, you know, just don't buy the super strong ones. They're the same price no matter what you choose. So 500, I would say, is the best one, best size for this. But you know, if you leave it there, it doesn't go up. If you leave it here, it doesn't go up. So you know, you just need to hold it at the end so it doesn't spring back really hard. You know, I don't know how the originals were. Maybe the originals did the same thing, I don't know. So any comments would be welcome. I don't think that they will be this springy. This is too much spring, you see, that's too much, I think. So and that cannot be regulated, so these things are, they come like that. But over the years, you know, I'm pretty sure they're going to get softer. But you know, now I can close down this and I can have it standing up without hitting my head anymore, you see, and it doesn't spring back up either. See, until here, you see, it's pretty good, and then it goes up. You just handle it from here. But isn't it nice to have a trunk that doesn't hit you in the head? Isn't that amazing? Awesome. Anywho, that's update. Going to close it. Awesome. So happy. That was like $35 Canadian. So I'm pretty happy, and I don't think that this is affecting fitment or anything. It's, you know, it's pretty good here. So yeah, awesome. So I will put the link in the description, like I said, and hopefully you guys can use it. All right, bye.